Hey guys, it's Deepat here. I just wanted to quickly apologize for the long awaited episode 32 of the Yin Yang Podcast. This episode we actually recorded on Friday, August 11th, and just due to issues, I haven't had the time to edit and upload it. So you're getting it now. So we apologize for the delay, but without further ado, I'm going to turn things over to you to talk about our sponsor. Until then, later.
This podcast is sponsored by Swift Lifestyles brand new energy drink. Be sure to use the code Yin Yang for $15 off your next purchase. And enjoy the show.
The following podcast may contain foul language, which some may find offensive. Unless you're a robot, they don't count.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Yin Yang Podcast, episode 32. How are you doing on this lovely Friday afternoon? I'm doing perfectly fine. I apologize for the delay for the podcast for a while. Just real life shit.
Yeah, that's what I said on Split Screen while you haven't been able to join us. Just real life's just been going on you, and I did say that you are going to be out for the rest of the month. So, yeah.
Yes. For those of you who are wondering, I am, of course, Deepat, and that was the voice of God. No, I'm kidding. That was my co-host.
Fuck you.
That was you, Kirby. And we are once again joined by the lovely robot Toaster.
Thanks, guys.
All right. I had to get one last joke in before I leave for my trip, you guys. So, Can you blame me?
He's going to be gone for the rest of the month.
Wow.
So nothing until this. So we're not doing podcasts until September 7th.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry, it's just I have vacation days like for work, and I figured, you know what? Because today is actually my birthday, ladies and gentlemen. So I just decided, you know what? I'm gonna take some time off and just kind of recover from shit that's been happening, and then just come back, and then I'm ready to give both the Yin Yang Podcast and Split Screen like 110% energy. So I'm kind of hoping that this vacation will kind of recharge my batteries, so to speak. But yeah,
before everything that could go wrong does go wrong.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you.
Hey, okay. At least I left it vague. I could have gone dark joke. It could have gone dark joke.
Yes, you could have. All right, but yes. Before we get into some news that you brought up, I'm gonna show off two of my birthday presents that I got this year.
You mean I'm
the first
going
one,
to show off two of the presents
that
you
know what I mean.
Guys, calm your tits.
You know what I mean.
Also, I should actually change the name of one of them because I have too much image.
Sorry about
there we go.
There we go.
I didn't.
All right, I'm good.
I didn't even hear the tits.
I said calm
All
your
right,
tits.
so. Oh.
Yeah, she said calm your tits.
We don't. You know what I mean. So yes. Let me know when you got the.
I already have.
Which one you
got? Well, that's
all right.
They're your stuff, so.
Okay. All right. Well, I was just okay.
I know.
As you can see,
it's your stuff. I haven't put up anything yet.
All right. Well, I'm just saying. Let me know when you have, so I can.
It's your gift, dude.
All right. Well, I gotta explain it then. Okay.
Yeah.
No, well, I thought you were gonna post them up and then I could explain. Okay.
No, I'm gonna do them one at a time.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna show the drawing off first, and Toaster was kind enough to do a lovely drawing of my OC Belle's daughter Serenity with a Japanese cheesecake, and Japanese cheesecakes are something that I like to have on my birthday. And if you're wondering what that powdered stuff on top is, it's powdered icing. It's not cocaine or nothing. Belle doesn't do drugs.
Why would you immediately go straight to cocaine?
That's just where my mind went. Okay.
I know, but my mind.
I thought it was powdered sugar.
That's where my mind went. That's where my mind went. Powdered sugar.
I've been hanging out with some friends for too long, so
What the fuck,
they've
dude?
warped my mind.
It's like we think innocent. You immediately went cocaine. Christ.
Well, I was sharing the drawing with some friends, and they thought I was cocaine.
I know, but that doesn't mean you had to go cocaine.
The artist has her intention.
Yeah.
And it is not cocaine.
Yeah.
But no. Okay, shut up. Toaster, I love that drawing because, like, I don't get a lot of artwork of Serenity done, and I love that you included her in her, like, ballerina outfit. It's adorable.
I mean, that was the reference I had of her. Sorry, her arms didn't come out so good. I meant to do it last night, but I was doing some real life stuff.
Her arms look fine.
Like, I was gonna include her hands, but I kind of just had to use the plate to obscure them. I didn't get enough time to make her hands look good.
Yeah, true. That does make sense.
It looks good though.
It does.
It does look good though.
Thank you.
And I think I am gonna pick up a Japanese cheesecake before we head off to my friend's place, because for those who are wondering what I'm doing on my vacation, I'm spending a couple of weeks at my friend Steven's place, and we actually got like some fun stuff already planned. We are actually gonna have like a Studio Ghibli night. Like, we're just gonna marathon through a bunch of movies, and Steve wants to do a Scooby-Doo night. We're gonna marathon through Scooby-Doo movies. Yes. Okay, and so the next gift, this came from my mom, and honestly, it kind of blew my mind that she actually remembered how much of this series means to me. And she went out of her way and got me the 30th anniversary edition of probably one of my favorite Jim Henson shows, Fraggle Rock. And the box, the artwork around the box is nice. I'm going to be posting those up on my Mastodon account. The link for that will be in the description below, you guys.
Cool.
I love how each of the Ks, like, it features like one of the Fraggles. Like, you have Gobo, Red, Boober, Wembley, and then Moki. And the bonus disc, which is the one with Moki on the cover, that actually contains all 13 episodes of the short-lived animated series that NBC produced for their Saturday morning lineup.
Interesting.
And it's actually really interesting because Rob Paulsen actually voiced a few characters on that series.
I see.
He voiced
interesting.
Yeah, he actually voiced the cartoons version of the Trash Heap, which was like the Fraggles Oracle of Wisdom in that.
Oh God.
Because in the original series, the Trash Heap was voiced by Jerry Nelson, who also performed Gobo. Yeah, it's really interesting. And I forgot to mention this, but Gobo's voice actor for the animated series is the same voice actor who voiced Leonardo from the 80s Team NT series.
Cam Clark? Cam Clark?
No, sorry. I think it was Michelangelo's voice actor, sorry.
Frick, was he Rob Paulsen or... Like, the only reason I know who Cam Clark is from Bayless's reviews.
Rob was Raphael.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
I'm getting my turtles mixed up.
I'm sorry.
It's best to watch the four kids version, because that's when we start actually getting actual hardcore attitude ref.
Yeah, I mean, we got Attitude Ralph from like the CGI Team NT series for Nickelodeon.
Yeah, like, but for kids was so 3.
The more, he butt heads with Leo Moore in like the 2003 series than like the 2012 series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why I always stand by that's the best TMNT series.
Yeah. Speaking of that series is actually being released like as a complete collection, like the complete series.
About time.
I know.
Still care about that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the better series.
That's the one I remember being around when I was a kid. I think I watched like a few episodes of it, but I didn't really get it. Like I just couldn't suspend my disbelief around turtles being ninjas. I guess I don't know.
It's one of the series that treats Baxter Stockman incredibly fucking darkly.
Yeah,
because I mean the 80s series just hasn't turned into a fly. I don't think he was in the 2012 or Rise.
He was.
Okay, what they do with
in
him
the
in
2012 series? In the 2012 series, he was Baxter Stock, and then he got mutated into Stockfly. Okay, and then in the Rise of the Ninja, and then Rise of the Ninja Turtles, he was Baxter Stock Boy. He was portrayed as a kid.
Yeah.
That worked at his mom and dad's store, and I didn't like that for. He was just like a brat. Let's just leave it at that.
Okay, so he doesn't get anything bad happen to him super darkly.
He's just an annoying kid.
Yeah, aside from getting grounded from his parents, that was the only thing that happened. Like, I did not like that version of Baxter Stockman.
Yeah.
The version of Baxter Stockman I love is like the 2003 series.
Yeah, because the one that basically just has Shredder just cut off a piece of his body every time he failed.
Yeah, until
that is awesome. I need to watch
to the fact he eventually becomes a brain in a jar.
Oh, like Krang?
Yeah.
Not that not that way.
No.
I think it was more a head in a jar, though.
Oh, like in Futurama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a spider robot body. Yeah. That's what they do with him in that, and that's honestly why I think 03 is one of the better series, because it's not afraid to go dark. It is not afraid to go dark.
Well, I do like some dark kid shows.
Yeah. Well, the 2003 series, that followed like the original comics a little bit more closely.
Mm-hmm. Except for the fact that Shredder dying in the first issue.
Well, you can't kill off the main character in a kid show.
He's not really a main character in the comics, though, which is kind of funny.
I'm just saying. Well, I guess you can kill off the villain in kids' movies.
Depending on the kids' movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they didn't really kill off Stinky Pete in Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got stuck with some Barbies.
No one killed.
Well, that might as well be death for him.
Sid never didn't die in the first one.
Well, yeah, because you don't expect the toys to kill anyone.
Yeah, they just traumatized the shit out of him. I think Lotso dies in 3, though.
I don't think we actually see him die, but he's strapped to a truck and he might as well be dead.
Okay.
But
I don't think anything
could be dark.
I don't think anything happens to the villain in 4. I don't think anything happens to them because I've never seen 3.
We talked about Toy Story 4.
No, she finds a home. She finds a home, pretty much.
Yeah. So they give the gentlest ending to the villain of 4.
Yeah, that's why I don't like to think about Toy Story 4.
Well, they're coming out with 5.
Well, another reason.
They are coming out with 5.
Yeah, and apparently the plot's like kind of floating around. Apparently, the premise for Toy Story 5 has Buzz and Woody reuniting for some reason.
For some reason. Maybe Woody realized that abandoning his family for a hoe was a bad idea.
Well, I mean, it's like he did. I mean, you can't really call Bo Peep a hoe.
No, it's just a joke that my brother and I make a lot. Okay,
because the relationship was there throughout the entire series.
And I know, but it's just a joke.
And then they just up in Toy Story 3. It's like Bo Peep went bye.
Yeah. So, she just suddenly disappears in 3, and then 4 they brought her back. It's like, I do understand why people are mad at that, but it's like, they haven't seen each other in, I want to say, 2-3 years? Is that how long the time skip between 3 and 4 was?
Yeah, and I have to say
Focus
this. I
on
have to say this.
Forky. Okay, focus on Forky.
Yeah.
Focus the series on Forky.
Forky sucks,
Yes.
man.
Fuck no, Forky's awesome.
Yes. I'm trash. I love it. Like, this is Forky. I'm trash. But I will
I hate you guys so much right now.
say what you will. Say what you will about Toy Story 4. It gave us Keanu Reeves as an Evel Knievel type character.
I forgot he was in that fucking movie. I forgot he was in it.
Yes.
It also gave us Key and Peele as a pair of carnival stuffed animals.
Yeah.
That are always buddies.
Yes. I love that. That's funny. Say what you will about the plot. Some of the voice casts they had for this was just incredible.
I mean, hell,
I was still kind of annoyed how, like, most of the characters we knew from the first 3 movies were, like, shoved into a van to make room for all these new ones. I mean, like, they always established new characters in all the movies, but the other characters never felt, like, useless in comparison.
2 actually did use the other toy, the rest of Andy's toys a lot better than 3 onwards, I will admit, because 3, I haven't seen it, and one of you guys can correct me. I believe 3 was just mostly the Woody, Buzz, Jessie show, with some light usage of new characters. And 4 was literally just Woody and Buzz.
Well, Woody in, like, a very dumbed down version of Buzz.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I will say this, though, for Toy Story 4, Don Rickles, the voice behind Mr. Potato Head, he had passed away before they could actually record his lines for Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
And so, like, Disney had approached, like, the family and asked if they could just reuse, like, the old voice clips for the character.
Okay, that I get.
They gave Disney their blessing because, like, Don Rickles loved voicing Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah. Sad. I wonder what they're going to do if they have him in 5, though.
I mean, how come? I mean, they got a new voice actor for Slink, the Slinky Dog, after Jim Varney passed away. So
yeah.
I forgot that he voiced Slinky. I forgot about that.
So I mean,
I think we've gone on this topic long enough.
Yes.
You guys
anyway,
agree?
I was gonna say, do we actually have topics for?
I have a few. A few, but we also do have a live real life talk.
Oh yeah. So how are you guys doing? We should start with that.
Ladies first.
I'm in a very good mood right now.
That is good. You want to explain why you're in a good mood?
Well, I'm all set for going to Rhode Island Comic-Con in 3 months from now.
Oh, nice.
I technically went last year, but this year I'm gonna be like staying the weekend, and I'm gonna be cosplaying for the first time.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Yes. Toaster you're gonna dress up as a Trekkie, right?
Well, a character from Star Trek. I'm dressing up as Jadzia Dax from Deep Space Nine. And I have my jet. I've shown you some photos.
D-pad.
What?
Trekkie is the fan base name.
Oh well, I've been to conventions and I see them dressed up like in like the suits, and I'm like, what are you supposed to be?
I'm just don't say the fan base name. Say so you're going to be dressing up as a Star Trek character.
Well, I asked them like, are you dressing up as like a? Oh, I'm just dressed up as a
Trekkie.
Yeah,
we know that's what he's a Trekkie.
That's what they tell me. I'm like,
oh my god.
Anyway.
Oh my god.
Shut up. Anyway,
ladies and gentlemen, D-pad and you have officially gotten a fight.
And I'm not even a Trekkie. I'm not a Trekkie. I'm not that interested in Star Trek or Star Wars. I'm not a Trekkie. I know some stuff, namely what Futurama's shown. Well, it's like I'm not a Trekkie, and even I know the definition of a Trekkie.
As do I. But
apparently, D-pad doesn't.
Fuck off. Fuck off. I'm trying to explain.
But yeah, I am.
They tell me that they're dressed up as, okay? So.
Okay, but yeah, I am dressing up as Jadzia Dax. I got my Starfleet jacket in the mail not too long ago. It does not fit me very well right now, so I'm gonna try and lose some weight before the con. I think I'm gonna exercise every day until that happens.
Well, if you need help, like, working out, I can always chase you around with a chainsaw.
Oh, God, no.
Why would a toaster be afraid of a chainsaw?
I'm actually
slice you in.
I'm actually curious on this, and I do apologize if this is kind of a mean question to ask. I do not mean it in a mean way. Would you like to keep the podcast up to date, like on how you're going with that, like
on my weight loss?
Yeah. If you're nervous about it, I apologize.
No, I mean it's fine. I've lost a crazy amount of weight since I started.
Oh, that's good.
Like, I think, like, since I've started going on the bike, I've lost, like, 50 pounds. I'm 50 pounds less heavy than my highest weight. I'm not going to tell you guys the actual weight.
Yeah, no, God, no.
But I don't want you to do that. I've lost, like, 50 pounds, and I'm kind of proud of myself.
That is really good.
Yeah.
That is really good.
Thanks.
I apologize if I made you uncomfortable. I did not.
No, it's fine. I just was not expecting it.
I'm sorry. I didn't. It's just you brought it up, and I was kind of curious if you wanted to kind of talk about it a little bit more.
I guess I'll give some progress if I continue losing weight.
All right. That's again up to you.
I mean, and the good thing is, since I'm spending so much money on a hotel room and my ticket, that means I have to be a little bit tighter with my money now, and I can't buy as many snacks, so maybe that'll help me lose weight.
Yeah, that should definitely help too.
And anything with you in real life, you?
Nothing really right now. I have started playing Blue Archive on my off time, mobile game. I still don't have. It's honestly not a bad game. I'm honestly surprised with how much I'm actually enjoying it. I still don't have the character that honestly drew me in, which is literally a character that is the textbook definition of charisma break. I posted a video that is that character in a nutshell in the Discord yesterday, and I do hope that those in the Discord do check it out because it's a really funny video. I've also basically been playing a few games with my friend Ash. I've actually gotten into being forced to play Fortnite with her. And we actually did get a number 1 victory on Tuesday.
Nice.
I also have discovered that the Bowser Jr.'s journey in the 3DS remake of Bowser's Inside Story is still as bad as the original version of Minion Quest in the Superstar Saga 3DS remake.
Okay, I don't know what Minion Quest is, but I really hope it has nothing to do with Despicable Me.
Oh God, no! It's Bowser's Minions.
Oh, good. That is way better. It's
Bowser's Minions. Basically, the first one is just them going on an adventure to find Bowser during the events of Superstar Saga, which, as you know, spends half of it with amnesia, half of it possessed by the main villain. And basically, Junior's journey is Bowser Jr. going on an adventure to show how to make Bowser proud of him, getting into conflict with the Koopalings, which they actually do flesh out the Koopalings a lot better in this than they do in Minion Quest, because they're actually part of the story.
Nice.
I've quit because both those games are just bad RNG RPG focused. I don't like that stuff. And it's really frustrating as shit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna get into too much details because it's just gonna make me mad. And we don't want to basically have me just start out doing that. So we'll just leave it at, yeah, fuck that mode.
Gotcha. You're also streaming Dragon Ball Kakarot, and you're still doing Miles Morales, right?
Yeah, I have reached the tail end of the main Namek arc in Kakarot. Next stream will be starting the Frieza segment of the Namek arc. And in Miles Morales, I'm actually going to be wrapping that up in the next session. And that is going to be replaced with, finally, Fire Emblem Engage. I don't know if I'm going to be starting Fire Emblem Engage on the next stream or if I'm going to wait till the week after that. I'll be deciding that for myself.
Look, Vegeta is playing Kakarot.
You utterly butchered Taka's voice for Nappa.
Shut up.
You made it sound like Imperfect Cell.
Fuck off. Let's get into the topics because I really couldn't figure anything out. So
I do have a few topics.
If you want to talk about Cartoon Network at some point,
that's going to be the bigger thing. So let's get these small topics that I found out of the way first, because we're going to spend a lot more time talking about that than these.
Yeah.
First of all, hold on. I want to just go find it because I think I might have it. Okay, never mind. So the first thing is apparently Rockstar Games is going to be has purchased the CFXX group, the team behind the biggest Rockstar roleplay and creator communities. These 5M and Redem are Redem. So now they apparently have the biggest modding group for their games, which is weird.
Yeah.
I know none of us really give a crap about Rockstar Games, but I'd play a few of them.
Yeah, I mean, considering that, on the Splitscreen Squad, we just finished Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Yeah.
And now we're moving on. So, now we're just going complete total mood whiplash with Aladdin.
Yes.
The current playthrough for Splitscreen Squad is Aladdin, which I've turned into 5 parts because I did both the Genesis version, which I grew up with, and the Super Nintendo, which, I grew up with the Genesis version. I consider Super Nintendo the much better game. Because Genesis was made by Virgin Games, which made most of the Disney games in that era, except for a few. Who made those few?
Yep.
Capcom, including the Super Nintendo Aladdin game. So we won.
Capcom made a Disney game.
Capcom made multiple. They made the Super Nintendo Aladdin game. They made Darkwing Duck on the NES. Chip and Dale games, DuckTale games on the NES as well.
I was just not expecting
Mikami was the hold on, I need to actually double check real quick.
They also did the Rescue Ranger games.
Yeah, I did mention that. He was the head designer of the Goop Troop game. For those of you that think, hey, that the name Shinji Mikami sounds familiar. Yes, the Resident Evil man. He made a Goop Troop game.
That is just nuts.
It's a good game too. It is a good game too.
Definitely a good game. We're actually going to be playing that for the Splitscreen Squad at some point.
Yep, the two of us.
I'm looking forward.
I definitely am too.
Yeah.
They've also made Mickey Mini, the Mickey Magical Quest games, which are basically 3 games. Go ahead.
And then they ported them to Game Boy Advance as Mickey and Minnie, except for the third one. Third one was Mickey and Donald.
Yeah, was also for the original version too. Mickey was the only one playable in the first game. Mickey and Minnie were for Great Circus Caper, and then Mickey and Donald, which never got released in America. Period. Even for Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
I think. Was Japanese only.
They did release Magical Quest 3 and in Europe, but never North America.
Yeah.
And when they ported the first 2 Magical Quest games for Game Boy Advance, that's when they included Minnie for the first one.
Yep. It's I consider the second one the only good one. The first one suffers from way too many first game issues. The third one is way too difficult at times. It's not a fun difficult. And yeah, and they also made another one of my personal favorite games, Nightmare Before Christmas: Oogie's Revenge, which was helmed by everyone's favorite Twitter asshole. Damn it! Hold on. My name's dropped. The name's left it for me. The name's dropping for me. Hold on.
Do you need to look up?
Yeah. Hideki Kamiya. Yes, the guy behind Bayonetta and so many other stuff was behind Oogie's Revenge. Sorry about that.
I've heard a lot of my friends say good things about that game, that it's the closest we're going to get to A Nightmare Before Christmas sequel.
Yeah, it is. And it's really good. And it also covers really awesome new versions of famous songs from the movie. They turn What's This into Oh No, Making Christmas into Take Our Town Back. It's really good. It also has really good original songs, such as Dr. Finkelstein's song.
There's songs in it?
Yeah.
It has dancing minigames in it during specific boss fights.
Okay, I need to look up this game right now.
Not right now.
Not right now, but
later.
Yeah.
I will say, I like the game because Kath Sorsay, the voice of Princess Sally, Maddie Fenton.
She not a
Sally
princess.
Shut up. To me, she's a princess.
No, she's not. She's not a princess. She's a doll.
Shut up. As Princess Sally from Sonic.
I was gonna say Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay. It's
she voiced. I know she voiced both Sally. Shut up.
Then say Princess Sally Acorn.
I was gonna say Princess Sally Acorn, but then you're like, no.
You immediately went to Maddie Fenton.
This whole episode just gonna be you, D-Pad and you correcting each other.
Too much.
No, it's you immediately went Maddie Fenton. You weren't gonna say Acorn.
And I was gonna correct myself, okay? I was gonna correct myself, and then you're like, no. Shut up. Anyway, moving on. Next topic.
Alright, the next thing I found is apparently Metroid Dread developer Mercury Steam is currently working on 2 unannounced games. We do know one of them, which is the dark fantasy third-person action game in conjunction with 505, but apparently the next one is the other is currently not known, but some fans think it could be a new 2D Metroid. Honestly, I don't think they're going to do another 2D Metroid. I think if they're going to do another Metroid, it's going to be 4. It's Prime 4, because Nintendo needs to kind of work on that. They also need to fucking get 2 and 3 on the Switch.
Yeah, you guys give Pikmin the love in that, but you don't give Metroid the love. What the hell?
I would be more than happy if even if the remaster was just 1 and 2. I don't mind if it was just all 3, because 3 is going to need way more time, because 3 was made for the Wii. And it would need more work than the first 2, which were originally released on the GameCube. That's what I more mean.
Really know nothing about Metroid other than
you would absolutely. I'm pretty sure you would enjoy the crap out of Metroid. It had one of the first female
protagonists in video games.
Yeah, I think you would enjoy Metroid Wet.
I just wish I could find a good just wish I could get my hands on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the third thing is something I just learned. Apparently, Borderlands 4 is coming out this year.
Really?
We don't have a trailer.
Well,
and there hasn't been talk. So it's like, wow, not Rockstar, Take-Two, Gearbox, you guys really want us to sell us on Borderlands 4, especially after the travesties of 3 and New Tales, and yet you haven't given us jack shit.
Well, I think the reason why they're doing Borderlands 4, I think it's kind of to build up a hype for the movie coming out.
True. And I also have a feeling they might also work on there also might be Fortnite skins for it.
Please, no.
I mean, okay, it works better than the fucking anime they've been doing. It works better than Street Fighter.
Futurama. I don't like that they...
I'm more fine with Futurama than I am with the anime and Street Fighter. Because at least they've used blasters in Futurama. And also, honestly, I would like to see Bending Rodriguez do the default dance. Not gonna lie.
All right, can I just interject? Since we brought up Futurama 2 times now, the new season started on Disney Plus, Hulu, and I've been watching it so far, and I'm enjoying every moment of this new season. It's the humor and the love for the show. It's still there.
From what my sister's been telling me, because I haven't started watching it myself, it's more reminiscent of the earlier Fox seasons than it has been for the movie season and the 2 seasons on Comedy Central, which that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't think the Comedy Central run was too bad, but there were a few episodes I didn't like.
Yeah, I also did not like the movie season. I
liked Bender's big score, but I wasn't a big fan of... I did not like Beast with a Billion Backs.
Yeah.
See, the only 2 movies I liked from were Bender's Game and Bender's Big Score.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
Futurama does not work on a self-included story. It does not work to story arcs. It's kind of how I feel about the current state of South Park. It works more for random occurrences in episodes and less as a fully arc-based story.
Yeah.
And that's also one thing that's kind of turned me away from watching South Park, because they've been doing that for the past, I want to say, 5-6 years.
Yeah.
And I don't have any problems with story arcs or anything, but sometimes I feel like every show nowadays has to include them, and that's one of the reasons I've been so skeptical about new Futurama, is my fear that they're going to include them.
I mean, okay.
But I am relieved that we're not getting that.
Having small bits is totally fine.
Yeah, continuity is fine.
Yeah, having small bits of continuity, but honestly, story arcs work if you started them from the very beginning, which again, South Park and Futurama never really did. They were more basically just in case stories that you could just watch in just like you could watch the first episode of Futurama and then you could just jump to straight like a bunch of other stuff. And honestly, all you probably would miss would be, depending on how deep you're going in, is Fry and Leela are now dating.
Which they are, and like in this like.
And I'm glad that they're actually keeping that in the new series. They're actually going, we are actually stopping this stupid back and forth thing. Fry and Leela are dating. Shut the fuck up. We're not adding anyone else to ruin the relationship.
Aww.
Aside from Bender.
But Bender's also their friend.
Bender's not dating Fry.
Yeah, God, no.
No.
Or Leela.
You know what I mean, though. Like, Bender's kind of like just, he's like, because you know how he cares about Fry, and he kind of feels. I think they're gonna do an episode with Bender.
I kill all humans except Fry. Or he says it better than that.
Except for Fry.
Okay,
who will make Bender waffles now?
Yes, I was gonna say, like, because when we talked about Futurama last time, I didn't get to bring up that waffle bit. That's like one of my favorite Bender lines that he's.
It is. It's a good one.
Yes. My other favorite line from that is like from the show is like, "Ah, yes, I had snoo."
Me and Fry and Zap just have crust pelvises.
Yes. But no, that's a good
daily
series.
Reminder that Femputer was voiced by B. Arthur.
That was awesome. But they actually
daily reminder that was her.
Yeah.
I actually know what that's a reference to now.
Yeah, Golden Girls.
No, I mean I know what Femputer is a reference to now.
Oh, was?
I believe it was a reference to a Star Trek episode, but I could be wrong.
Okay, I can see it being Star Trek, considering how a lot of Trekkie stuff love is in Futurama. Like Fry's.
That was one of my paths to Star Trek was Futurama.
Yeah, I also enjoyed that episode with the Star Trek gang.
Well, some of the writers and the producers of the show, they are mega huge Trekkies, and so according to the TVT commentary for that Star Trek episode, getting half of the original voice the cast from the original series to appear on the show with Lynn.
Don't forget Welshie.
Yeah. Shut up. That entire episode for them was like a fever dream for them.
Now that I understand all the references, I love it all the more.
Yeah. Well, she.
All right, I think it's now time to get to the bigger segment of the stream, which is Cartoon Network, which is sadly. You talk about it. I did those three. Go ahead.
Seems to be.
So for those who don't know, Cartoon Network's main studio shut down recently because apparently Warner Brothers has decided that they're going to take the Cartoon Network studio and kind of merge it with their own Warner Brothers animation under one thing now.
Yeah, and the move that actually made me just cancel my Max subscription.
I
hate that they're doing this because Cartoon Network was like an independent. I guess you could say it was an independent studio at some point. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Well, I think they were always. I'd say Cartoon Network was to Warner what Pixar is to Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't know what Nickelodeon is to Paramount.
Yeah, I kind of feel now though, with the way that the merger has happened, and that Warner Brothers just isn't really treating Cartoon Network with that same line of respect that they Cartoon Network once had. And a good show for this is the fact that starting at 5 p.m. now, Adult Swim's going to be on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Adult Swim always more of a late night thing?
Yeah,
exactly.
Why are you starting 5 p.m.? What can you possibly show at 5 p.m. that's classified as adult content. Like, it better not just be reruns of like King of the Hill, Family Guy, and
well, actually, like they're doing a block. It's called Checkered Past, where they air a bunch of like literally just a bunch of old Cartoon Network shows.
So
And
Boomerang.
I guess it is basically just Boomerang. Which I have mixed feelings about it. On the one hand, I like a lot of old Cartoon Network shows, but at the same time, it is really sad to see the channel itself going the way of the dinosaur.
Mm-hmm. It is.
And actually, it kind of reminds me of some animation history that I recently learned about. That also ties into Warner Brothers, if you can believe it.
Oh, lay it on us.
Okay, so I had been watching a lot of videos about the history of Looney Tunes, about like how they got their start, how they gradually built up their stars and everything. But so you guys know what eventually killed the golden age of animation, right?
No.
Okay, well anyway, so a lot of old cartoons like Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, the Disney shorts, those were originally theatrical cartoons played in movie theaters because obviously they didn't have TV back then. Mm-hmm. If you're ever wondering where the term Nickelodeon comes from, they would often show these cartoons in theaters that would cost a nickel, or at least they did at one point.
Mm-hmm. I know.
So anyway, like the 30s and 40s, like animation has been mostly a theatrical thing. And then we get to the 50s, and after World War II, there's this economic boom, and everybody is getting this newfangled invention called television. So now they don't have to go to the theater to get entertainment. They can just stay home and watch TV. And Warner Brothers did eventually decide to let old Looney Tunes play on TV in like this compilation show called The Bugs Bunny Show. But anyway, because people weren't paying money to go to the theaters and see cartoons in the theaters anymore, they had a lot of budget cuts, and the Looney Tunes cartoons in the 60s gradually got worse and worse and cheaper until by the end they basically just look like Hanna-Barbera cartoons. And like they didn't end with a bang, but with a whimper. And it seems like I'm noticing a parallel with that in Cartoon Network, where fewer and fewer people are watching actual cable TV now, and it's all going to streaming. And like with the advance of technology, these older things are becoming obsolete, and it just seems so tragic that this is happening to something related to Warner Brothers yet again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like, I had this conversation like with my mom, because like streaming services are kind of like taking over. Like a couple of my friends that like I work with, they've actually canceled like their cable subscriptions and that because they prefer the streaming stuff.
It really has come full circle. Television replaces theatrical stuff, and now this is replacing TV. It's just mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's sad, and like looking at like the photos, like people like share it up, like, you know, their time at the studio. Like you have like Teen Titans. Like, I gotta say this quickly. Apparently, because you know it's Warner Brothers' 100th anniversary, I guess. And so Teen Titans is going to be doing a crossover with like a lot of Cartoon Network stuff.
You mean
like
Teen Titans Go?
Yeah. Go. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about this, to be honest.
I just want Teen Titans Go to fucking end already.
I mean, I don't hate Teen Titans Go as much as I used to. I'm still not a fan. It's one of those shows that you either love or hate. But like sometimes the show just has gone on for too long.
Yeah, Simpsons, but at least with Simpsons, I don't feel irritated when I say I think Simpsons should end. I don't, but I do feel irritated when I say Teen Titan. Well, okay. I say okay. No, let me correct myself. When it comes to Simpsons and Teen Titans Go, when I say Simpsons needs to end, I say it like this: Simpsons really needs to end, because like that type of thing. When I say Teen Titans needs to go, I said Teen Titans Go needs to fucking end. That's the difference. It's like with Simpsons, I feel it's like let it go down, let it go down. When Teen Titans Go, I'm just like, okay, take it back out and just basically dump it in a fire.
Damn.
And I will be straight honest. I think that anyone who says, oh, you don't like Teen Titans Go because you prefer the original, so you're an idiot. Fuck you. Anyone who says that they like Teen Titans Go because of how mad it makes the original fans, you're an asshole. You're not watching Teen Titans Go because you like the show. You like it because haha, look at these idiots that complain about it. And you're an asshole.
Yeah, you don't understand like the impact that the original Teen Titans show had.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, it was probably my first exposure to, like, actual action cartoons as a kid, and still today, it might be my favorite superhero cartoon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in all honesty, Starfire kind of plays inspiration into one of my OCs.
Oh, nice. I remember, like, that was, like, one of the early shows hearing Tara Strong, because she's Raven.
Yeah, that, Powerpuff Girls, Fairly Odd Parents,
Ben 10.
Oh, right, I forgot she was 10-year-old Ben.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so sad to see Cartoon Network go. Like, I feel like I know I shouldn't use the term, like, created my childhood, because, like, that's something Butch Hartman says, but I feel like Cartoon Network genuinely did create my childhood.
Oh, definitely.
I feel like so much of who I am was shaped by Cartoon Network.
See, for me, like, because you guys know I'm from Canada. Like, I'm in Saskatchewan and that. We have a station here, YTV, and I kind of feel like YTV's kind of changed a lot, because they're more focused on, like, live action stuff, more reruns of, like, the Loud House, and, like, actual good content on, like, this channel.
Yeah.
Like, it disappoints so much. Like, YTV was the channel for me where, like, Saturdays, Digimon, Pokemon, Sailor Moon. Like, those were my channels for those stuff. And then, we got satellite TV, so I was able to watch Sailor Moon on Toonami. Toonami was the fucking shit back then.
I wasn't old enough to watch Toonami yet.
I remember for a time for Toonami, they actually showed the Powerpuff Girls on Toonami.
Yeah. Toonami also gave me the first time I saw a harem anime, the Tenchi series.
I was too little. I was too little to watch violent shows at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like again, Teen Titans came out when I was like 7, maybe like 6-ish. But yeah, I think when Toonami like first started, I was like still a little kid. I was still probably watching like Blue's Clues and stuff.
Oh, and real quick interruption, because apparently we missed this back in June. Pat Sajak's retiring from Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, I didn't even know about that till like recently. Yeah,
I just learned that today, and we have Ryan Seacrest replacing him, starting in September.
Yeah, and now, Vanessa, she might be leaving the show too because she wants a. Sorry, why did I say Vanessa? Frick. Vanna White. Shut up. Vanna White might be leaving the show because she wants like a bigger paycheck now that Pat Sajak's leaving. But if she doesn't get it, she's leaving apparently.
Yeah.
All right.
Which I think she should.
Yeah, I definitely. definitely think apparently she gets like a certain amount of like every time she like touches like the screen, I guess it's like that's like another 1,000 or something. I'm making a joke here.
Anyway, yeah. We're making a joke. Let's get back to Cartoon Network real quick then.
Yeah. Well, okay. I think I've asked you guys this, but favorite Cartoon Network series?
Honestly, it actually depends on a lot of things.
That is such a hard one. Like, I've already talked about Kids Next Door before. There's just so many. There's there's the Powerpuff Girls. There's Billy and Mandy. There's Foster's. There's
I'm gonna throw in and say Sonic. I'm gonna throw in and say Sonic Boom.
I guess that was on Cartoon Network. I was thinking you meant like Cartoon Network Studios originals.
Let's stick with Cartoon Network Studios ones.
Okay.
Because that's way too. Because if we're going with basically just shows that were on Cartoon Network, it just goes straight way too broad. Because there were also plenty of other shows that were on it. Like I believe that Mega Man and Network NT Warrior was on it. There's all the animes on Toonami.
Mega Man was Kids WB.
I know, but I think they also can move. There are also some episodes moved on to Cartoon Network too. That's what I'm saying.
I think. But no. Okay. Ben 10. I'm gonna go with Ben 10. Like the original Ben.
Oh, okay.
The original Ben 10 series, not like the. I hate the new series. Okay. I hate it so much. It's
the reboot.
Yeah.
See, I always thought the reboot was the. I thought it was like the tamest out of all three of the Cartoon Network reboots. Like Teen Titans Go was often insulting, and Powerpuff Girls 2016 was often really annoying. But like the Ben 10 reboot just kind of felt pointless to me. It didn't really deserve my hatred. But why do you hate it?
I don't like how they changed Ben's personality for like the new the reboot.
How so?
Like, okay, like you know how in the original series, like he acknowledged that he needed help from time to time from Grandpa Max and Gwen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so they outright so basically the reboot 10 Ben would basically just straight up be utterly destroyed in anything past Alien Force. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much like he demands that he can do everything on his own, that he doesn't need the help. Like
which Ben has done that before.
So he's basically Johnny Test now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Johnny Test is still at least is the difference between Ben 10 and Johnny Test, and I'm assuming you're talking the original series Johnny Test, because I've not seen anything of the new ones.
I barely knew there was a reboot.
Yeah, apparently
that
is.
Forgot about it.
Netflix rebooted it.
Yeah. Is Johnny's an idiotic kid who doesn't try to be a hero.
That's
I mean, okay,
true.
he tries to, but he's still an idiotic kid at heart. Ben is a bit more heroic than Johnny. Because he has his powers. He has the Omnitrix. And in the case of Alien Force and Ultimate Alien, he also has Gwen and Kevin.
Yeah. And I will say this, like, you know how, like, in the original series, Ben liked to showboat off, like, a little bit?
They do that way too much?
Yeah. They do that way too much in, like, the series, like, the reboot, that's why I hate it.
They Flanderized him?
Yeah. Granted, there was, like, a good episode where they actually brought back the original voice actor of Ben for, like, an episode.
Tara, yeah.
Yeah.
Or do you mean the older Ben, which in that case it was Yuri Lowenthal?
Like Alien Force Ben.
So Yuri Lowenthal, yeah. Which I thought was a really good voice for older Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least older teenager Ben. Because I don't think Yuri voiced Ben 10,000.
He didn't.
Yeah, I don't remember who voiced Ben 10,000.
I think it was John DeMar. I know in like the new series, it's John DiMaggio apparently, which is
for Ben 10,000.
I really need to give this show another chance.
I would definitely. I honestly either watch from the original series or watch from Alien Force.
All right. Like I tried to start watching the original series a while ago, and then I just kind of forgot about it.
All right.
I don't know why, but maybe I'll give it another watch.
Yep. No. I think that like. Do you guys have a show that you want to add quickly?
I do want to mention it's like I did mention it. Johnny Test. The Cartoon Network made seasons were pretty good, decent.
Yeah.
Hey, I like Johnny Test.
I liked it a lot as a kid, but now I acknowledge it was kind of dumb.
It's dumb, but it's like it has a lot of really neat, really funny jokes. And hell, who could go wrong with basically having James Arnold Taylor voicing Dookie the dog?
I thought James Arnold Taylor was Johnny.
James Arnold Taylor was, he was Johnny.
Oh, really? I thought it was Dookie.
No.
Okay.
No, it was someone else was Dookie.
Okay, that was my bad. Okay, my bad.
Which, actually, that was one of the reasons it was really difficult for me to get into Drawn Together for a while. Just hearing frickin' Johnny Test's voice coming out of Voldor Sockbat.
The SpongeBob ripoff and just swearing.
I would have thought that they would have just asked Tom Kenny, hey, do you mind voicing this? Because honestly, I think Tom Kenny would have been totally down with doing that.
Yeah, it feels really distracting when Johnny Test is coming out of the SpongeBob ripoff.
See, I think what happened was they actually approached Tom Kenny to voice like this SpongeBob knockoff, but I think Nickelodeon they didn't want him to voice that character.
That actually makes sense. That actually makes sense.
Yeah, don't they have the copyright to SpongeBob's voice?
Yeah, cause I think that Tom Kenny would gladly just do a foul mouth version of his character. I think he would. Yeah, I mean, hell, there's that original thing of Sailor Mouth where instead of actual where they actually do curse.
I want to see that one day.
I think it's on YouTube. I'll look it up for you. But yeah, no, it's literally just them just using curse words.
Yeah.
So we have Tom Kenny in the SpongeBob voice saying "fuck." Yeah, like I did enjoy the crap out of the Cartoon Network made Johnny Test episodes, because a lot of them also did a few of them were also really good callbacks to older cartoons. Like there's the one where basically they spoofed Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner by basically having the girls want to make a lozenge to make Bling Bling hate Susan. And so they just give Johnny and Dookie a pair of supersonic sneakers and send them off to the desert to go after Beat while Bling Bling tries to just get rid of Johnny using a bunch of Wile E. Coyote stuff. There's also Tom and Johnny, the one where they spoofed Tom and Jerry by having Johnny run a few tests for the girls as a mouse and then get attacked by Mr. Mittens. And then the two of them lose their voices.
Yeah.
It's like they do a lot of good stuff. I didn't like the Pokemon spoof ones because I just thought that those just felt a little bit mean-spirited.
Like it was made by people who didn't understand Pokemon.
Yeah. Like one thing I will say about the Pokemon episode of South Park, I think that Matt and Trey at least knew. Okay, yeah, we know some stuff for Pokemon, but the Johnny Test one for Pokemon, I feel they didn't understand Pokemon.
Which is ironic, considering didn't both shows air on Kids WB at one point?
It wasn't the same people, though, but yeah, they both did shit, but both, yeah. They aired, I believe, up to Gen 3 of the Pokemon anime, and then Cartoon Network took Gens 4, 5, I want to say 6? I don't know. But I do know that 7 and Journeys were on Netflix. And I also know that the new series is also on Netflix, too.
Again, it goes back to that whole thing of streaming replacing TV.
Honestly, I'm gonna sound like a complete insensitive asshole. I don't mind the streaming stuff, because one thing that always did bug me on certain weekends for when having TV, there's literally nothing to watch. Like maybe an episode of a show I liked, but episode would maybe it was a show I liked, but an episode I hated was on, and it's like, ugh, I don't want to watch this. So it's like with streaming, and I totally understand the gripes people have with it. I totally do. You can just skip the episodes you don't like.
That is very true.
Yeah.
So it's like I see both the good sides and the downsides to streaming services. The downsides being that we need to pay for them.
Yeah.
I'm not advocating for piracy. I just, frankly, my opinion, they should not be as cost as much as they should. That's just what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yep. That's true.
I think a show that I will admit I did enjoy for Cartoon Network, going back to that, it's either a tie between Megas XLR, Samurai Jack, or Dexter's Lab. The early seasons for Dexter's Lab.
Dexter's Lab is great.
Yeah, Dexter's Lab is a really good show. Megas XLR is one of the crimes of, we're canceling this and we're not going to, and we're just writing it off as a tax write-off, so there's no way of being able to bring this back for streaming services.
Just like friggin' Prodigy.
And Symbiotic Titan. And I also think the 2011 reboot of Thundercats.
That was a good series.
It was. I didn't like the ending because it just feels really weird to just go, oh, hey, weird to just go, oh, hey, the leopard girl, the tiger girl they found is actually with Mumra, and it's like was no real build up to that. Like, it's just, oh, hey, I'm with him. And it's like,
when you say with him, do you mean like working for him?
Yeah. Yeah, like there's a scene where basically she basically has the sword, Lionel's sword, and she goes, "You are my king, but he is my lord." That type of twist, and it's like they didn't build it up to it. I think if they gotten another season, they would have actually been able to do something with that. But it's kind of disappointing as shit ending.
More disappointing than Steven Universe's ending?
At least Steven Universe's ending wasn't did still feel endingly. The Thundercats one was a cliffhanger ending. And it's never going to get revised.
Yeah.
That's
I hate it when hanger.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, at least give a season to basically wrap up stuff instead of just going, no, this is over.
All right. How about you, Toaster?
There are so many shows I can think of. I mean, Steven Universe was one of my favorites for a very long time, but I just absolutely hated the way it ended. I don't mean change your mind. I mean Steven Universe future. Like.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think. Like, I loved Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends a lot for its like really inventive premise. I loved Billy and Mandy for its dark humor.
Yep.
I love Powerpuff Girls for its like blend of action and comedy. I've already talked about Kids Next Door.
Can I just say, I am so happy that the live action Powerpuff Girls got canceled.
Thank fucking
God. As am I.
Thank fucking God.
Yes, let's just appreciate that it got actually canceled.
I'm so glad it didn't happen.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't think I have anything more to say. How about you guys?
I honestly, I still need to start watching My Adventures with Superman because I've heard really good things about that.
My friends and I we were talking about it earlier. I need to actually start watching it and stop thinking about it as Boimler as Superman.
Boy, what?
I've made the joke with a couple of friends because
is it an offensive joke?
No, it is not offensive.
Okay. Just wanted.
No, I was referring to the actor who plays Superman in the show is the same guy who plays Brad Boimler from Lower Decks.
Okay. I mean, it's not that different from basically people calling My Adventures with Superman Lois Lane. Because it's literally the girl from Owl House. Or Amphibia, I don't know. I've never seen either of those. I need to, because I've heard that that they have really cool anime references in their final episodes.
One thing I will say about like certain voice actors is that sometimes I feel like when a certain voice actor does the same voice over and over again, it gets really distracting. Like, unless you have a distinctive enough voice, like Patrick Warburton or Gilbert Gottfried or something.
Or Tara Strong.
Yeah, well, Tara Strong has an actual range. Like, think of it like I like Kristen Shaw as Mabel in Gravity Falls, but it seems like no matter what character she's playing, she always sounds like she's playing Mabel.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And I've never really been a big fan of voice actors who only rely on one voice. Unless it's a really distinct voice like Patrick Warburton.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say this though. Okay, so speaking of Amphibia, I loved that series so much, like, good series. And I'm not just saying that because they had an episode where they actually had Kermit the Frog guest voice a character on the show called Trumpet the Frog.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Oh, God. Yeah, I still need to watch those series.
As do awesome. I.
But no, I guess that wraps things up for this week's podcast, you guys. Closing statements, you guys? Closing thoughts?
Teen Titans Go needs to end.
Cartoon Network, I'm gonna greatly miss you.
Okay, then I want to change mine. I want to change mine then. Fuck you, WB.
Oh, great. We're going to get... I'm blaming you if that happens.
You cut out a lot saying that. What did you say?
No, Warner Brothers is listening in on us. They want to cut us out.
No, that's Disney. That's going to be Disney. Considering we're doing Aladdin on Splitscreen.
Anyway, if you happen to like the video, please, leave a like, comment down below, let us know your thoughts for this week's episode. Subscribe.
Join the Discord. We also forgot one very important thing, and we're very sorry about this, but we do need to do our sponsor call. I don't think we did that last week. We are very sorry about this. We are very sorry about this.
Before we wrap things up, this video has been sponsored by Swift Energy. Be sure to use the code Yin Yang, that's all one word, in your checkout to receive 15% off on all your purchases.
We're very sorry that we I don't think we did that last episode, and we're very sorry.
What we did last time is I played that video that you had done before.
Okay, good. We're very sorry that we forgot about this in this episode. We are very sorry. We'll do it. We'll I just realized we were ending, and it's like, oh shit, we forgot to do this.
Yeah.
We are very sorry, Swiftlight.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Don't get mad.
I like so.
Anyway, until next time, I've been D-Pad. Later days.
I've been you, Kirby. Take care.
And I'm Robot Toaster. Have a good time.